Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 71778, Nya's Dragon Power Spinjitzu Drift from the very first Ninjago Dragon's Rising wave. This set contains 57 pieces, 1 minifigure, and will retail for $10.99 in the US, when it officially releases on June 1st, 2023. This set was sent to me early by the LEGO group through the LEGO Master Network, but all opinions expressed in this video are my own. In case you missed it, I've been doing early reviews of all of the summer 2023 Ninjago sets, so make sure to go check those out on my channel after you're finished with this video, and also make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. But now let's get into the review. So here's Nya's Dragon Power Spinjitzu Drift, and it's one of the 3 gimmick set spinners of this wave. And in terms of the minifigure, it's probably my second favorite, but we'll take a look at that in a moment. However, in terms of the build, it's definitely my least favorite. All the spinners are very similar to each other. They use the 3 Dragon Energy cores around the sides, and the idea is those pieces allow this thing to actually spin. And that is quite fun to do, however, the spinning does fizzle out pretty quickly, because there is a bit of resistance on the Dragon Energy cores that power this thing, as well as on this one piece out the back, which we'll take a look at in a moment. The Lloyd spinner in this wave actually focuses on spinning, and that one does it a lot better just by adding one single piece. Go check out my review on that set after this one if you want to see that. But yeah, the spinning is fun, but it could be better, however, that's very easily fixed just by adding one part. But then every spinner in this wave also has a unique thing about it. The Kai spinner is flipping, the Lloyd spinner is spinning, and then the Nya spinner is drifting. And I don't entirely stand with the drift feature with it is. So there's like this little lip piece coming out the back, and all the instructions just show you pushing down on it, and then a picture of the spinner moving forward, and I mean, yeah, that's what happens. You push down on it, and it gets a little hop. The harder you push, the further it'll go. But I don't know, compared to the play feature of the other spinners, that feels very anticlimactic. Like, oh, we could just do a little jump forward. Like, that's not super exciting to me. One of the others has a great spin, and the other one could flip upside down. This one just moves forward a bit, and they call it a drift, which I don't even know how that's a drift. So yeah, unless I'm missing something with this build, I think that's all there is to the play feature of this one. Which, I don't know, just not as interesting as the others. Now, it is very easy to customize to make this fit with the others if you wanted to spin like Lloyd's or flip like Kai's. But yeah, in its base form, unless I'm missing something, I don't know, it feels a little bit lame. But now, taking a look at the spinner itself, I do like the design of this one. You can see there's, of course, 2 studs for Nya to stand, gold blades out the front, and little streaks of water coming out the back. And then there's the 3 Dragon Energy cores, which sort of serve as wheels for the spinner. They all connect to this piece in the center, and they can be individually removed. And these are just these all-new ball pieces for this wave. You can see they're dual molded in 2 colors. We have, like, this transparent color on the outside, and then a solid color on the inside. And it just creates a really unique-looking pattern seeing those 2 together. Definitely feels very whimsical and magical. These pieces are a little bit bigger than the old classic LEGO ball pieces, and these are the collectible for this wave. So if you are trying to collect them all, this might be a good set to get. However, this Dragon Energy core is the second most common of them all, because it's one of only 2 Dragon Energy cores that come in more than one set. This is the same one that comes in the Zane's Dragon Power race car. So if you're planning on getting that set, obviously the collectibles in this set are a little less appealing. It would have been cool if it was different between those 2 sets, especially because the other 2 spinners do have an exclusive Dragon Energy core. However, it is still nice to get 3 of these here, even if it is one of the more common ones. But yeah, you can see that slots back into the spinner really easily, and then now it's free to get going again. Then getting to the other builds of the set, the first is just these 2 water pieces. These could be an obstacle for Nya to knock over if you want, or you can make them more of a barrier for her to try to pass through without hitting. Then we have a little Imperium robot. Different versions of these guys come in each of the spinners this wave. And you can see this guy's a bit of spin to him too. He can wobble around a bit, and he uses like the Wolverine claws in gold, which is super cute. I think he's definitely a fun little build, and get a good spin out of him too. But yeah, once again, another obstacle for Nya to hit if you want. And then the final build in this has like this little bowl build, and it has yet another Dragon Energy core in it. This is the Golden Dragon Energy core, and while it's one of the coolest looking ones of this wave, it's also the most common one of this wave. It comes in a total of 3 sets, those being all 3 spinner sets, including this one, as well as the Temple of the Dragon Energy core set. So yeah, while it is quite common, I do like the overall look of it. The trans clear on the outside with the gold on the inside just looks really unique, very different from all the others. So definitely nice to get here, especially for so cheap. But yeah, if you get any of the other spinner sets, you'll have multiples of this part. And then you can see this bowl's built using like the underside of this rock piece, and that's in trans blue, which is actually a really cool color for that part. You could use that for like an icy rock. And inside of it, there's just a lot of translate blue studs. I guess that's to show that this is meant to be filled with water. However, to me, it just kind of feels like they're artificially driving up the piece count of this set, because these studs really don't add too much, but the piece count in this set is super low, and a good number of those pieces are just these studs. But yeah, once again, you just have that ball piece sitting there, and you can either spin Nya or just launch Nya at it, and that'll hopefully knock it over. There you go, it explodes. That was all out of focus, but there you go, you can see all that back there. So yeah, there's one interesting part there, but really I don't have much else to say on this. Now, here's the one and only minifigure in this set, this all-new exclusive version of Nya, and this figure is absolutely gorgeous. I love how this thing looks. Now, it's very similar to her design for just the main wave sets. You can see she uses the same leg piece and armor piece and face print, but you can see she's got an all-new exclusive torso piece as well as hood piece, and it all just comes together so beautifully. Starting with her accessory, though, you can see she's got this little trident right here, which is a great weapon for Nya. It's something she's never never really used too often in the past. I guess her movie weapon was kind of a trident, but it was also more of a spear. But yeah, this is just the classic LEGO trident piece from LEGO Atlantis. And then she's got like a water power blast piece coming out the base. And that just looks great. It makes the weapon feel dynamic, like it's in motion and engulfed in her element. It just fits her so well. But then removing that, now you have a better look at her torso and arms. That torso piece is incredible. She uses dark blue at the base, which is a color that she doesn't really use all too often. But it's really nice to see here, and honestly fits quite well with everything. Kind of reminds me of her energy look, especially with those trans blue arms too, which all the ninja and the gimmick sets have transparent arms. But man, they just look fantastic. They just help the figure feel so much more elegant. She's also got like this little water splash design on her hood. I kind of wish that was metallic printing because it would have looked extra cool, but even still, that like super light blue does look nice. But then the highlight for me is her torso print. She's got this sort of like samurai armor with that dragon face in the center, and that dragon face has like water running through it. The silver outline and everything just looks so elegant, and I love all the water splashing behind it too. And then removing her armor piece, there's a full look at that torso print, as well as a full look at her face print where she's got those digital eyes with like the little bits of water around it. And then turning her around, taking a look at her back torso print, there's more of that metallic silver samurai armor on the back, as well as her symbol. And then you can see her alternate face as well, where she just has this little smile. And this is just Nya's new standard face for this wave. However, this is by far the cheapest set to get that in. The next cheapest option is a $35 4+ set, and I know not everybody wants to buy a 4+ set. And then after that, it's either a $95 set or a $370 set. So if you want to get this all new face print for Nya, this is by far the cheapest way to do it. So if you're not planning on getting any of the other sets that she comes in, this is a significantly better option. So yeah, definitely very nice to see that here, and the rest of the figure is super nice too. I think of all the gimmick figures this wave, I slightly prefer Kai to this one, but both of these two are really great. And honestly, I'm happy to see Nya get a gimmick set at all, because normally she doesn't get one. So yeah, fantastic minifigure all around. I really love it. And so overall, what are my thoughts on this set? Well yeah, as I mentioned, I think the actual play feature of the set is the weakest of the spinners, but at the end of the day, it's still a spinner. It spins just like all the other ones, so it's still fun to have. I think the Nya figure is one of the best. The Dragon Energy cores in the set are obviously a little less collectible than the ones in the other two, so unfortunately I do feel like this is the least desirable of the three spinners, but it is nice to see Nya in a gimmick set, so that does turn it to the other set a little bit, because as I just mentioned, yeah, she doesn't really come in any cheap standard sets this wave, so having such a cheap way to get her is nice, even if it is a different version of the figure, because this version is super cool. So yeah, I'd say this set's worth picking up if you're not planning on getting any of the bigger sets that Nya comes in, or if Nya's your favorite ninja, or if you're just planning on getting all the sets this wave. But if you're going to get Nya in another set and you just want the coolest spinner, I'd probably recommend Kai or Lloyd, because those ones are a little bit better. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!